guys? It is Carly here bringing you day 15 of my 31 Days of Horror 2021, and today we're going to be talking about one of the movies in the Restaurant Collector series, and that is Little Monsters from the year 1989. And this is a film that I personally have never seen before. JP got me this, I believe, for Christmas, and you know, I'd never even heard of this movie, to be completely honest, and to me it didn't look like a movie I was going to necessarily like, mainly because it just looks very kid-like, and it has monsters and fantasy elements to it, and that's usually not my taste. And when it comes to like kid-based films, I feel like a lot of them are based heavily on nostalgia, and if you didn't grow up with them, then you're probably not going to like them as much. But anyway, decided I would just go ahead and give it a try, and said what the heck. This of course stars Fred Savage. You got Daniel Stern in here, Howie Mandel, and also Ben Savage plays Fred's little brother, which is cool. I like when you actually have siblings playing siblings in movies. But basically this movie is about a family. You know, they move into this house, into this new neighborhood, and the kids are kind of struggling. You know, they don't really fit in at school, and they just miss their old home. The little brother, Eric, he starts, you know, getting scared at night, claiming there are monsters coming from under his bed. Of course, his parents don't believe him, and his brother Brian, the older one, played by Fred Savage, he says he'll switch rooms with his brother. It's kind of like a bet. And, you know, obviously he doesn't expect to find any monsters, but it turns out there literally is a monster that comes out from under the bed and tries to scare these kids. The monster turns out to be, you know, kind of a goofball, friendly type of character, and, you know, this Brian, he ends up kind of befriending the monster and going into the monster's secret world. You know, you go under the bed, and it's almost like vampires. They can't come out during the day because the sunlight just makes them turn into nothing but a big pile of clothes. So, you know, they have this whole little underworld thing where there's no parents and they get to have all this fun. So, you know, that kind of happens, and then stuff kind of escalates, and it turns out there's a few bad characters under there as well, and, you know, it kind of goes from there. Yeah, I surprisingly really enjoyed this movie. It was a nice little surprise for me. It was just a lot of fun, had a lot of heart to it, and, you know, a few scenes actually made me a little bit emotional, so it had that going for it. It had funny elements to it. You know, I love Fred Savage and Ben Savage. I think they were just adorable as little kids, and they were really, really good kid actors. I think they're just fantastic. You know, they're not annoying or anything. They're just sort of very likable kids. So really enjoyed that. And you do have just the whole, you know, they have like a friend, and then there's like a girlfriend that kind of joins in with them. You have that whole camaraderie thing going on there that you get in a lot of these films, and I really enjoy that as well. And you also have, you know, the parents, dad played by Daniel Stern, which is kind of funny because of the Wonder Years, of course, but and the mom, I'm not sure who she's played by, but they're having some family drama, and like, you know, you think they're gonna split up. And give me one second here, and that is spam, sorry about that, guys. But anyway, you know, there's family drama, and that's the stuff that kind of made me a little bit emotional. It was just really sad. There's a sad scene where, you know, having to deal with like divorce and splitting up and whatnot. And, you know, the monster elements, that's what I thought I wasn't going to like, but the whole way it's handled, I think, is pretty cool, and it's not super, it doesn't become like the entire film. You know, I thought this was going to be something like Nightbreed, where that's just all you end up being focused on as this fantasy world, but it really does switch back and forth from fantasy and the reality pretty well. And then when it does get to the fantasy stuff, I do care about it and enjoy it because I like the characters. So the main monster, I believe his name is Maurice. He's, you know, really goofy. He kind of reminds me of Beetlejuice. I think it's a very similar sort of portrayal of just the way he delivers lines and such. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, all in all, I really ended up liking this quite a bit, and I would definitely watch it again. So glad I went ahead and took the chance and checked it out for this, you know, review. I would give this a 9 out of 10. Like, I really don't have many issues with it. I think it's a lot of fun. So 9 out of 10 for Little Monsters. Thank you guys once again for joining me here for day 15 of my 31 Days of Horror. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow for day 16.